In the wake of Season 8, the Wilds is turning tropical? What is this? So then, Season 8 released today, and I do hope you all are dearly enjoying it. Now, I've got a lot to cover in this video, because it's not just the Wilds that's been changed. We've got some developments over at Golden Sands. They've changed a bunch of stuff with the patch notes. Tasha, Ancient Spies looking ill. Anyway, let's just get into it. So, the Wilds then. Yeah, if you go to certain islands, so far it's been identified as Kraken's Fall and Crooked Masts. There are pockets of, like, tropicalness, of jungleness that are creeping in. What the hell is this from? Excuse me? Now, in the lore, the Wilds used to be a jungle. Now, we know that the Ancients are becoming more and more relevant and more prominent characters. And in the Heart of Fire novel, there's an island which is almost like a jungle with a temple underneath it, and just all ancient stuff. So, is it just possible that that's what this is? I mean, long ago, the Ancients were around. Long ago, the Wilds was a jungle before it got hit by a meteor shower. Could that be it? I mean, this is just not random, but I didn't really ever think this would happen. But I don't think that they'd be just adding this for a little adventure. So I'm going to call it here. And you can say in like 6 months whether I'm right or not. We can go back to this video. But I reckon the Wilds is bye-bye. It's going bye-bye. We're getting a new region. The developers do know that everyone doesn't really like the Wilds. And so, is it possible they'll be replacing it? Everyone knows that it's really not that popular and we'd rather something else. So could they do something unique? I don't know if they'd overhaul a whole region, but it seems that way. Like, there's literally no other explanation. Like, call me crazy. Say that I've clickbaited you by titling the video what I have in the comments. Do it. But, like, what other idea? Explain to me why this is happening. There is only one reason. And that's that the Wild is going to be taken over. Unless it's going to be used in another decision point. But it's way too early to start planning for that stuff now. So, there's nothing else that I can see it being. Absolutely crazy stuff. Let me know what you think of all this down in the comments below. We could just be getting a new primary region. I mean, that is a solution to the adding region problem. Just get rid of an old one. Maybe a live event with another meteor shower. No, that wouldn't make sense, but there does seem to be some magical forces at bay. Alright, let's move on and head over to Golden Sands. Here we can see the penultimate stage of the port tunnel, or what I can only presume to be the penultimate stage, because, well, there's no other stages really, because it's going to be releasing near Christmas, before Christmas even, so they don't really have time to have other stages. So looks like this will be the penultimate stage before we get that sweet, sweet port town. More information in the top right on that. I'm really looking forward to it. It's looking really cool so far. I mean, obviously this isn't as big of an announcement, as big of a thing as it would have been had we not already seen the port town, but it's still really cool to see world development over time. I highly suggest going to Golden Sands and checking it out. It's going to be pretty awesome. I'm really looking forward to it, actually. Let's hop over to Ancient Spire Outpost, because we've obviously got the new adventure based around Briggsy coming up soon. That's pretty interesting. But what's even more interesting is that Tasha is almost succumbing to the same effects that Wanda is. She's looking down. She's got new dialogue about Briggsy and curses. Her arm is being covered up. And so is it just possible that she's turning into a skeleton? It's almost certain we'll be seeing her in the next adventure, or at least adventure arc, but they can't really get rid of her because she's a quest giver. And so, it'll be interesting to see what becomes of her, but she's getting the Wanda treatment, folks. It's Wanda 2.0. We're going to be called, I don't know, a new skeleton captain called the Storyteller. Oh, the Storyteller, the majestical, mystic story. I don't know, right? Anyway. That's what's happened with Tasha. Again, let me know what you think of that in the comments below. It's almost certainly to do with the next adventure, the Rogue's Legacy. Really looking forward to seeing Briggsy again, because she is such an important character, and I really want to find out more about the history of her and her, well, legacy, hence the Rogue's Legacy. It'll be interesting to see how this links to the wider arc of things, though. How does this link into everything else in the Sea of Thieves? Not universe, but current story. There we go. Now we're going to quickly head over to the Season 8 patch notes, because they have nerfed cursed cannonballs out of the park. Gameplay improvements. Cursed cannonballs are now all scarcely discovered in iron barrels, washed up crates and rowboats. Cannonball crates of the damned now only award a single wraith cannonball due to their immense power. Right, I'm sorry, it's so hard to get them anyway, because someone decided to get rid of the Flameheart World event, and so you can only get Flameheart in Order of Souls Voyages once in a blue moon because they never spawn, so now you only get one wraith cannonball. It's barely as powerful as a keg, if that, yeah. The effect duration of green cannonballs that affect other players have now been shortened across the board. I kinda get this. Players are now limited to holding only 5 cursed cannonballs at any time. That's a bit sad, because realistically, that's not huge, it's not a huge nerf. It's only a huge nerf to stealing them and stocking up. Because often you do find more than 5 in barrels, but I guess now we won't anymore because they're now more scarcely found. God, this is sad. Another thing they've added is emissary warning. Crews representing a trading company as an emissary will now be shown a notification to remind them that while rewards can be earned by doing so, they should also expect to become a valuable target for other crews. Glad they've done this. I mean, it's not going to make a difference. People are still going to read it and go, sick, yeah, go play Arena, go do the... That's another problem with Season 8. The only problem I can see so far is that people, the toxic community, are just going to be like, oh, why'd you sink me? Just go and do the PvP mode. There's a mode for that. Rare. No, emissaries is still valuable. Emissaries are literally in it. Anyway. The final thing, front-end messaging. The game's front-end notifications sent from Sea of Thieves support now convert to the player's local time zone. That's pretty nice. I'll link the patch notes down in the comments below in the pinned comment description and all that. Because there's some new cosmetics, there's Twitch shops, just the patch notes for Season 8. It's a pretty good read. They've fixed an absolute ton of issues, which is actually really good. Glad they've done that, because, well, it's always good to bug fix things. Anyway, that does just about bring us to the end of this action-packed Ghost Flash. Let me know what you think of all of this down in the comments below, as I say. But thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy, then please do consider leaving a like. It really helps out the channel an absolute ton, and subscribe to stay up to date with all the latest Sea of Thieves news as and when it comes out. And while you're at it, why not hit the bell as well so you never miss a single upload. But anyways, apart from all that, thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.